Ooh, I went with the 1 minute intro there. That one was a little rough.
I thought you had to run and take a pee or something.
I could have in that amount of time. I don't know why I went with a minute instead of 30 seconds, but here we are. Welcome to the Funcast. It's Monday night, so you know what that means. We're going to hit some different topics, talk some football, talk the movie minute, and we got another list for you. Last week, we went with our favorite time to drink a beer. This time, we'll give you just our favorite top 5 drinks. How about that? So we do appreciate you listening, following along, watch us on YouTube, or however you do listen to us. But hey, hit us up in those comments. Tell them what your favorite drinks are. We'll shout them out. If you want to hear us talk about something else, we'll do that. So hit us up in those DMs. Give us something to talk about. Give us a topic because, you know, we're the experts on everything. So that's why we're here. Joey, how can people get a hold of us?
Well, first of all, I usually say if it goes for a minute, hey, that's way over exceeding expectations. So good job.
Like I'd be a
Pat on the
bragger.
back. Yep, exactly. But yeah, you can hit us up on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Heartland Pulse. Search Pulse of the Heartland on Facebook and YouTube. And as always, we're live Monday, sometimes Wednesdays, and always Thursdays for our YouTube channel. And just check out all our videos on there. And just to update the polls from last week, we had our What's Your Favorite Beer? We had a Choice Wing Golf Course beer, First Tailgate beer, Hot Lake Day beer, and construction beers. And First Tailgate beer won handsomely by 46%, or with 46%. So.
How many votes were on that, Joey?
171 votes, so that's good.
Nice.
Dang.
Yeah.
We call that engagement in the business.
Hell yes. Man. Keep those babies coming. And so people threw out some other ideas. One was all of them are great. Campground beers, and then beer 40 miles into an 80-mile bike ride. Tim Sullivan, you are a gentleman and a scholar, my friend. Good for you.
I drink those all the time when I'm 40 miles down the road on my bike. Of course.
Bryant forgot to put that as his favorite, so Tim jumped in and helped Bryant out.
I've never done the firecracker 40 back home, and then let's just do another 40 miles. Fuck it.
I was gonna say, just think if you did that, you'd only be half done.
Yeah. No, I don't even make it to Farnhamville, and I'm dead. I just throw my bike in the back. I'll be a quitter. I don't care. I just don't want to remember the rest of the weekend.
The very first year they did it, we were probably like 13 or 14. And me and your brother, we did that in about 2 hours. We just flew.
God damn.
I mean, it might have been
smartest thing you can do, just get it over with.
2 hours, somewhere in there. Yeah, we just got her done.
Most time, our group always makes it to Moreland, and then we would go swim at my parents' house. And then if we kept going, I somehow always ended up in the back of the shaggin' wagon because I was trying to do a stupid trick or grabbing onto a truck, and I always got fucking hurt. So I've never never had a drink while I was doing that, and then also I've never finished it without being hurt. So weird.
Okay, so
I've never had a drink doing it because I've never done it since I've been 21.
Right.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life was Joey was trying to do a wheelie in Calendar. This is 6 mile, 40 mile bike ride, right? And this kid, 1, 2, and I don't know what happened. He got up and the tire ever so slightly changed, and of course he biffed it going forward. But he landed on the handlebar was forward just enough, and he landed on it. The handlebar was parallel with the wheel, so it was just like he was just like holding it with one hand, and he could steer the thing. I've never seen anyone fuck up the handlebars that bad. I don't think you drove or rode the rest of it, did you? Or did you straighten it out?
Nope, that was the end of it for my day. So I got to ride in the back with TJ's mom and my mom while your mom drove the sagging wagon.
I think that works out with math. That's about 15% of the way through the bike ride and said, I'm done. Fucked up his whole bike.
Yep.
So
exactly. And then the next year, I can't remember what we were doing. I think the truck was trying to pull away, and I tried to grab the tailgate, and they your mom sped up too much, and I couldn't keep up, so I let go and then fell and I broke my thumb, and it was wonderful.
Oh my. Well-
The rivalry is old as time. Joey versus bikes.
Hey, when you grow up on gravel your whole life, you're not used to those smooth roads. All you got are those mountain bike, all-terrain vehicles.
I think in that fight, sir, undefeated,
Yes. Yep.
undisputed champ.
Yeah, I lose a lot of battles with bikes and trees. I fell out of trees twice, breaking my arm, so that's fun.
Gravity, not your friend.
It's not. I mean, when you're a bigger guy like me, yeah, it's never your friend.
But I think those
Gravity.
mistakes that you've made, you don't have to be a bigger guy to make those, like falling out of trees and falling off bikes. I mean,
Well, as
I
with
could do
everything
that,
else in life,
you know?
it doesn't help, Trent.
if I were to fall out of a tree, gravity's still going to bring me to the ground. So,
That's true.
yeah. What are you drinking, Joey?
Just some good old Diet Mountain Dew. I don't know why I was showing it to my microphone, but yeah, whatever.
Whoa, that's what the
Could you hear
Diet Mountain
that?
Dew looks like. Damn, exclusive.
Just some Diet Mountain Dew. Assholes. I'm out here in Richmond, Virginia this week, so it's been a long day for me. I got up about 3:00, so and I'm out here.
Clark, what are you drinking?
I'm currently drinking number 4 on my list.
Oh, so you'll
Ooh.
tell us during the list?
Yeah.
We'll get to that next. We'll do that first.
What about you, Trent? What are you drinking?
Old fashioned again.
Ooh.
Mm.
Feeling like that might just be number 1.
It might make an appearance in the top 5.
But see now Joey showed a Diet Mountain Dew. We've all seen it. Have you guys seen this puppy before? Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream.
I've heard that's
No.
hard to get.
Is that 20? Was that 24, 23, 22
That's 25 flavors now. 'cause Dr.
25
Pepper
flavors.
has 23, and you're like, that's pretty damn good. And I've had Dr. Pepper cream, and I go, oh yeah, 24 flavors. That's amazing. You get the strawberry in there, it sucks ass. It's just terrible, to be honest. I have 10 of the 12 left, and I have to power through these things.
Oh God.
What am I going to throw away $4 worth of pop? I can't do that. I don't make that
Yes.
much money.
So I'm guessing that's not making the list.
No, hold on. Damn, that's crisp.
Crisp on the alloy scale.
Ooh, so
I
much
would
strawberry. Ugh. We'll power through it.
So I'm
Is it-
assuming strawberry might not be one of the original 23 flavors then.
Oh, for the strawberry is overpowering. It's like strawberry cream, and then you only get the burp from the Dr. Pepper. You don't even get the Dr. Pepper flavor, I feel.
Mm.
That's one man's humble opinion.
I haven't had it yet. I've heard it's hard to find though.
Well, I'll ship one up to you and Brandon. Holy shit.
Perfect. All right. Well, now that we got our drinks out of the way, let's we'll do our list. What we're gonna do is our top 5 drinks. Like you go to a bar, what are you getting? Or you're at home, you're gonna have a drink. What are you gonna drink? So it could be a mixie, could be a beer. We'll find out.
Hold on.
So
Real quick, before we get to our list, as a grown-ass man, did you just say a mixie?
a mixie.
A mixed
Yeah.
drink? A mixie?
It's
Oh,
a mixie, Bryant. It's a mixie.
Someone
not
has a kid.
you're not a damn Gen Zer, and you're talking about your Borgs over here. I just learned what a Borg was this weekend.
You mean from like Star Trek?
No, it's
okay?
it's-
Enlighten us. I don't know what that is.
So what a Borg is, if you were hip like me and on TikTok, a Borg is where they buy a gallon of water, like the whatever filtered water, pour half of it out because they're wasteful people. Then they put in a fifth of their favorite liquor, which is usually vodka.
Oh,
Then they put in like Mio and then like Pedialyte in there. So basically, you can get drunk on cheap. You don't get hungover, and you can still drink a fifth of whatever you're drinking. And then all of them have silly names on them. Like I think one woman said like, I only remember the inappropriate one. One was like abortion clinic, and then Wade Borgs, from the baseball, Wade Boggs. So they all have like crazy names on them, but yeah, that's what they all just go to a random house and they just are holding what I now imagine is a warm gallon of drink, and they just chug it down.
good for them.
Or you could like drink a beer that tastes good.
Yeah, well, the TikTok I was
God.
watching said it was somehow better for the environment. And then they also don't even do Mio because Mio has all these ingredients that cause heart disease. I'm like, you put a fifth of vodka into a gallon of water, and I don't think Mio is the bad part here.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about this gigantic bottle of liquor, not the
Exactly.
Do you know what? I might get cirrhosis of the liver, but my heart's going to be fine.
Yeah, my old ticker, it's ready to go.
Yeah. Good God, dude.
So Borg didn't make my list.
Oh.
No.
Well, what did
mine
make
neither.
your list?
Yeah, what mixies are on yours, Brian? I like how I get made fun of mixies, and you're the guy over here talking about what you saw on TikTok.
Borg, yeah. It sounds like a creature from Hogwarts Legacy, but we'll get into nerd talk later.
So the Borg is a creature from Star Trek. It's a
it is?
AI
I
on
think
Star
it
Trek.
is, yeah.
Deep Space Nine.
Slimy. Am I just going through my top 10, or are we doing ones and then twos? I think we should just do through my whole list and discuss.
10?
You're doing 10?
Or five.
10?
Sorry.
Oh,
Nah.
I had a hard time with 5.
I'd be scared I was gonna have to find 5 more.
All right. I'm just gonna go through my 5 and we can discuss. Number 1, Crown and Coke, of course. It's the best whiskey, and Coke is the best mixture. So 2, sorry, I know I tried to limit beers, but Busch Light. You can't go wrong with a super cold Busch Light at a bar, especially when you're any sport that's going on. Especially for some reason, college basketball feels better to drink a Busch Light here. A margarita, original flavor, crushed ice. I do not like the liquid with large ice cubes in it. I want it mixed. I want like an adult slushy. Specifically, Dragon's Milk Stout or Green Line when you're specifically drinking it in Chicago. Those are my 2 favorites. I've had them outside of Chicago. They taste like ass. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the nostalgia. And then for a shot, I just put a Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Rum Chata, and Fireball.
It's a solid
Nice.
list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even have a shot on mine.
We got plenty of mixies, though, right?
Mixie. I got one mixie. All right.
Well, let's hear
A
it.
shot would have to be in my others receiving votes category, I guess, here. So,
The HM's honorable mentions.
yeah. Clark, what do you got?
Well, my list is eerily similar to Bryant's over there. My
Weird.
number 1, though.
Chiefs fans.
My number 1, Templeton and Coke.
Okay.
Templeton Rye. Best
Like
whiskey
it.
out there.
I like it.
Number 2, Whiskey Sours.
Yeah.
Don't even care what shelf it comes from. Those are always good. The number 3 is margaritas. However, I like mine on the rocks.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't like the slushy one. Yeah,
You don't like
not
them
for me.
blended.
Yeah, give me on the rocks, salt on the rim. I mean, anytime you're out to a Mexican restaurant, you got to have a margarita. So, number 4 from my list, drinking it right now, Pendleton whiskey,
Mm.
the official whiskey of PBR Pro Rodeo. Number 5.
Real quick, Joey, are you still subscribed to Cowboy Television?
I am
Double
not. No.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
Not that I have been billed for anyway. It's kind of like my Xbox Game Pass. I still have Game Pass. I haven't paid a dime for it. No idea why.
Excellent.
Somebody's card's getting charged every month.
Yep. I don't know. I've checked it multiple times and I keep looking for it. Nothing. So,
Number 5 on my list is how I officially know it's summer, and that is Natter Days.
Okay.
My favorite Natter Day of the ones that have come out is the OG strawberry lemonade. It's the best.
hell yeah.
Year 2's pineapple. Those are also very good. Last year's red, white, and blueberries were okay, but
I never did have the red, white, and blueberry.
they're all right.
I can only find them in 30 packs, and I'm like, I don't want 30 of these.
I mean,
Yeah.
Trent, you buy a pack of Natter Days and you're going to drink it that afternoon. Why do you not need 30?
We did do that one time just to try out the pineapple ones. Clark brings a whole 24 pack to my garage, and we ended up drinking all of them.
We tried them all out and they were good.
Yeah, every one of them was good. They did not disappoint.
Worst thing is already 2 people down, and I already have 2 that I missed straight off the bat. But I'll go over those when we're done with our lists.
All right.
The honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Joey, what's your top 5?
So, little disclosure, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go 5-1. And then also, when I first made this list and we were coming up with the rules, I thought it was just mixies. So, I have 2 things that are honorable mentions that are not on my list anymore. But I'll save those for later. We can do those. I do want to give a shout out to a couple Ames bars that I really, really liked back in the day. Mother's Pub and Thumbs with their 57 Chevy and their Tree Frogs. Not my favorites, but man, if you're looking to get fucked up, have some. Yep. So anyway, number 5, I got Bloody Marys, specifically from Sam's Pizza in Iowa City because they put Guinness in there and it is fan-fucking-tastic. Awesome. Number 4, gin and tonic. Always love me a little refreshing gin and tonic. Number 3, I got Busch Lights.
Yep.
Number 2, vodka diets, and it doesn't matter what the diet is. I specifically really like Diet Mountain Dew and then Diet Sunkist or Fanta. Very good.
Yeah.
And then number 1, for always and ever, O'Fallon 5-Day IPA. Best beer, best alcohol beverage I've ever had in my life.
I agree. I've been there once. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I understand why it's your number 1.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, man. Very good. So that's my top 5. What about you, Trent?
All right. I will also go 5-1. Number 5, I got a michelada. Clark said you can't go to a Mexican restaurant without getting a margarita. Mine is you can't go to a Mexican restaurant without getting a michelada. Get it with Modelo.
What do they put around the rim on those?
Tajin.
Oh.
Yes.
Did you know there's a candy that's made out of tahine?
Mm-hmm.
Did
It's
not.
fucking good.
But
Yeah.
now I need to try it.
Yeah. I'll have to figure out
you
what it's
should-
called.
Give one to Amelia. I bet she'll like it.
Think
Freaking
so?
delicious.
I almost got the kids some Moorheads a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Love more heads. Number 4 on my list is a Grain Belt Northeast. It's their dark beer. Love that. Number 3, skyrocketed up the list. Never had one until about 2 months ago. Old Fashioned. That's number 3. I don't have a number 2. I've got 1A and 1B.
Ooh.
Cop out.
1B Grain Belt Premium. So that's like their Bud Heavy of Grain Belt. And number 1A Busch Light.
Okay.
Shocker to everybody I know.
I was going to start asking if you were getting paid by Grain Belt by how many you're putting on this damn list.
Yeah.
I could have put Grain Belt Premium Light. I could have went with their Blueberry. I could have filled the top 5 with just them.
You know what one we all missed? And Clark said it when he was talking about, when it gets to summer and doing the Natter days. I'm surprised no one had Leinenkugels on there. The first Leinenkugels is when summer hits.
The Summer
Leinenkugel
Shandy.
original.
Summer Shandy.
No, that's the Summer Shandy. Sorry, I misspoke.
Man. When they first came out, they were on tap for dirt cheap in Iowa City. And I think I had gut rot that entire summer. I'm pretty sure I did like 4 pitchers in one night of it. Not good.
I'm gonna make a ruling. I'm officially changing that to my number 4, Leinenkugels. Fuck my stupid pick. Leinenkugels for number 4.
Fuck my stupid
I like Leinenkugels original, just their regular beer. It's pretty
I'm
good.
sure it's serviceable.
You mean Summer Shandy? That's their original beer, Trent.
I've been told that in a bar before.
Was it by Clark? Or...
No.
No, it was in Wichita, and I asked for one because I was like, "Yeah, Leinenkugels on tap." They're like, "Oh yeah, we do." And they're like, "Oh," or they're like, "Let me go ask my manager or something like that." And they're like, came back like, "Well, we have it, which it's the Summer Shandy, which is the original." I'm like, "No, it's not." I'm like, yeah, that's what Leinenkugels. That's all they make. I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you, but bring me a Busch Light.
Yeah, I don't know how their family business started, but I bet you they didn't start it with, what we should do? We should come up with a niche beer that's only good for about 2 months out of the year, and then we'll broaden from there. They didn't go with just a standard ale.
Yeah, back in the 1850s when they came up with their beer. I'm sure their only beer was a summer shandy. A lot of those going around back then.
Wearing their top hats and curling their mustaches as they're making a new beer. I know what they look like.
Anybody got any honorable mentions they want to throw out?
Yeah, Coors Light.
Yeah.
That I don't have a beer on my list.
Solid.
So
That's just the Patrick Mahomes in us, though. That
little...
kid would have Coors Light as his top 5, just every single one. Coors Light at the Super Bowl parade, Coors Light after the Super Bowl, Coors Light after a game. He would just have a list of all the Coors Lights.
Anybody else want to throw an honorable mention out there?
Yep, I got screwdrivers. I love me a screwdriver, and then also a little bit of Fireball with some apple cider around Christmas time. Good shit.
That is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put sours on my honorable mention. I like me a sour.
No one wanted
recent
to put
too, right?
Oh yeah, since we've started the podcast, I'd never had one until a year and a half ago.
Hey, I noticed no one put Irish car bombs on here. Are we not all partiers anymore, or what would happen?
Did you like those when you were a partier? Because
No.
I can't say I did.
Worst drink I've ever had in a bar was at Patty's in Ames, Iowa. And, it's college bar, so they're going to try and save money by, like, we don't want to ruin all of our shot glasses, or we don't. So we're just going to give plastic just to preempt this. So it is St. Patty's Day, so you get an Irish car bomb. There's a correlation. They give me a glass of Guinness and a plastic shot glass of whatever the creamer was that had to have been old. And the only reason I know that is because I dropped it. It floated to like the top of the glass. I just chugged a glass of Guinness, and then at the end came the old creamer on the backside, and it was warm as well. So it was a somewhat warm Guinness followed by very warm creamer, and I vomited afterwards. It was the worst drink I've ever had in my life. Just god awful.
That sounds like a great experience.
It's one of those, like, you don't cheap out when you're making you have to have the heavy glass to drop in, and then it mixes, obviously. As we all know, I know the sound effects are needed when I'm telling this story audioly. But
this is a podcast. We do need the audio descriptions. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Brian will be making those in roughly 18 days.
No, never.
St. Patty's. Nah.
So everyone's number ones. I'm putting this on the Twitter poll. Everyone go vote for them. I have O'Fallon. Bryant, you got Crown and Coke.
Yep.
Clark's got Templeton and Coke.
Yep.
Make my Natter Days.
Natter Days, okay. And then Trent's Bush Light.
Oh.
Well, Bush Light's going to win this one for sure.
I mean, if we can get Ted Flint to retweet this one too, that's going to play to the Iowa State crowd. Bush Light is winning.
But hey, I'm stepping up to the challenge. I think Crown and Coke will challenge you, buddy.
I think it will too.
I'm just going to go ahead and tag Ted Flint on there and see what happens.
He didn't even need tagged last week and you retweeted it.
That's right.
Appreciate
we'll get the ball rolling this time.
So I'm thinking we're going to just skip over XFL talk.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
good.
no, we got to talk about the remember how cool it was? One team did a 3-point conversion, and then you never watched it again?
And that's XFL talk. On to the NFL.
Fuck yeah.
I literally have not watched 1 second of XFL.
Same here.
Just
One of the teams is called the Brahmas.
the only thing I've seen of it is the highlights that Iowa State Twitter accounts are putting out of Hakeem Butler scoring touchdowns. Literally, that's it. So
Should be
But,
doing it in the league.
I guess if he keeps scoring touchdowns, maybe he'll get there. So we'll hit the NFL. I mean, the name of this podcast, That's My Quarterback. Reference from T.O. here. There is going to be a Netflix series. It's going to be released here just called Quarterback. And it's got the Vikings, Kirk Cousins, the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, and the Falcons, Marcus Mariota. So it's like it was catered to Pulse of the Heartland. Like Netflix knew, right?
For sure.
It's the only thing I could think of because there's no other rhyme or reason why these three quarterbacks should be on the same show. I understand the Patrick Mahomes superstar, Kirk Cousins starter, but kind of unsung hero, and then Mariota just like a Class C quarterback. So yeah, I don't know.
I'm guessing that like the Week 16 episode is going to be electric of Marcus Mariota just gone.
Well, that it's going to focus on two quarterbacks. They couldn't find the third guy. It's going to be like in like Jerry Springer when it's like, you are not the father, and the mother runs out because she cheated on him because she's a whore. You know, it's going to be the cameraman's following Mariota to his fucking car as he's speeding out of the parking lot. Mariota, get back in here! That's what I imagine the Falcons' case is going to be the whole time.
Probably. Yeah, you guys have to let me know how it is because I don't have Netflix anymore as of today. So
same here.
So who is their backup? Was it Desmond Ridder? Am I right? Am I wrong? Okay, so yeah, is it just going to be like just him the last couple weeks of the season? Like, don't even mention Mariota.
I have
Felipe Franks.
I have a feeling this is more just following those people and how they go about day to day. I could see Marcus Mariota why they'd pick him because he's the journeyman quarterback on this new team, kind of seeing how he handles that whole new situation. Like he's a vet in the league and you got to see how he adjusts. So I can see why they'd put him in this.
Yeah, I get that too. I was just making a joke, but at the same time, why Mariota? Like, give me like Derek Carr or somebody else, I guess. I don't know. Of course, this is me just projecting because I want a different quarterback. So,
yeah, Ryan has on here. He's surprised Kirk was on it because he's usually pretty private. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out that there's a whole nother side to him with this and letting this into his life. Who knows?
Maybe we'll learn he's into like BDSM or something.
Probably.
You think they'll go that in depth? Or
yeah. I feel like Kirk is full of all kinds of surprises, like his surprising like 6-pack he's showing off as Kirko chains. Like, dude's got some secrets.
Just lets loose. Like he doesn't cuss or anything on the field. Like they've done that. Like when he's mic'd up, he just goes home. It's just F-bombs are flying.
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
He's not out there like, dag nabbit.
He doesn't have like 12 kids like Phillip Rivers or anything, right?
Shoot.
No, not as many as Phillip Rivers. No.
Okay.
Could you imagine if it was Phillip Rivers? That would just be freaking chaos.
Yeah, dumb. He's also a secret guy that never swears. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess everyone knew. Fuck me, huh? Jesus.
Yeah, Bryant.
Again, maybe he just goes home and just lets the F-bomb fly to all 12 of his kids.
It is always funny though when it's someone like that. I would assume, because I always knew Phillip Rivers was a shit talker. I would have never guessed before, like watching his actual like tapes being released, that he is not a swearer. You'll get that daggum out of here now. It's just like, what was this Wang Tang and like Joe Gibbs talk that he's trying to do where he doesn't swear at all? It sounds like, man, you'll get your tush out of here. It's weird, man. But hey, there's a reason.
It is kind of.
Go ahead.
So, I would say it's kind of funny listening to him talk because he does kind of sound like Ross Perot, like back in the day.
Yes. But no, and so I'm trying to think who else is also a secret non-swearer that you guys know of.
In real life?
Do you have one in mind, or
no? I don't. I would imagine Steve Young would be. I'm trying to think because he's Mormon, so I'm trying. So he's be very no swearing and stuff. I bet you Dick Vermeil doesn't swear at all.
I think we can rule out Travis Kelce.
Yes, he, whatever the opposite of this is, he's on that side. Kurt Warner doesn't swear, I bet you. Dadgum, I'm the dadgum American underdog.
If we're not keeping this just in football, I know there's a bunch of UFC fighters that are non-swearers. They're like all super religious guys that, like Benson Henderson and his whole crew, like none of them swear. So
the Airbender. What about Nate Diaz? He doesn't swear, right?
Not at all. Nope. Just with his fingers.
Yeah. Jesus.
Stockton slap, baby.
But no, you guys, the ones who do have Netflix, you're gonna have to keep me posted on this because, yeah, I mean, this one feels like it was made for us, but I'm for sure not gonna get Netflix strictly for this show. I would just not worth it.
Do we know when this is coming out?
Nope.
Sweet.
Ooh.
On it.
Ryan probably knows, and he's the only one that's gone.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking it up here.
It's gonna be a tough show to like also look up to. It's just called Quarterback. It just a known position that very generic.
Summer just says summer of 2023.
Oh,
So it'll be out this year.
Yeah.
So it will show up in a random 3-month interval at some point. Just be ready. Just log into Netflix every day and scroll for it.
Yeah, it says for the first time ever, they are mic'd up in every single game for this.
We got Kermit the Frog every freaking game. Love
Hell
it.
yes.
All right. Cool.
And now we're gonna
I'm
get
just
into
imagining, like, I want it to be 3 screenshots. Pat going, Patrick outrunning, doing some stupid ass sidearm that he, improved. I want to hear Kirk do a small low prayer before he chucks it up and they win by 3. And then I just want to hear Mariota getting chased out of the pocket and going fuck, 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 and then he chucks it to Cordell somewhere down the field. That's my prediction of episode 1.
You probably hit the nail on the head there. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
So, well, you want to get to some NFL rumors here?
Yeah.
Sure.
Joey's boy, Derrick Henry. Is he going to be at the Titans next year? Going to the Bills?
Looks like he's probably going to go with the Bills. He got a picture with Von Miller working out and stuff. I know Ryan put on there that that's a good move for them, but doesn't know if that's enough for them to get past KC or Cincy. Hear me out. Don't jump on me until I'm done talking. I think on paper, the Bills, if he signs there, would be the best team in the league on paper. I don't know. I think they fall apart like they did last year, and I just don't think it plays out. I just don't think they have the leadership that they had before, or that they need to get past KC and Cincy. That's my opinion.
I can't tell. Were you saying don't jump on you until you're done? You're talking about me because I think the Vikings, right? Or is it?
Yeah, exactly. No, I was worried about the other two. I can see the laser eyes already coming at me. So.
Hey, they're going to look really good getting to the divisional game, okay?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I still think that even with him, that they're
these
good
moves
enough.
to happen so I can put in my Chiefs Super Bowl winner ticket at better odds. So
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say Joey also thinks the Chargers are going to win the division next year, Clark, just so you know.
I mean, I picked them to go to the Super Bowl this year. So,
are you smoking the same stuff these show writers are smoking? Because this is the same old take every freaking year.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers.
I just need
Chargers
to go spend a 4-day light deprivation and see what happens.
I have a few questions in this regard. Did Von Miller sign more than a 1-year contract?
I don't think so.
Okay, so he's not even a Bill, and he is a league guy. He loves working out with top athletes. So I think that has nothing to do with the Bills at all. A bunch of these top athletes work out together all the time. Maybe they share the same agent. To me, it means nothing that he's working out with them. My second question is, doesn't Derrick Henry have a very large contract baggage with the Titans right now? Or is he a free agent?
I looked this up earlier.
I thought he had a large contract from like 2 years ago. I thought he signed.
So Von Miller is on their roster again this year. It was a 2-year contract, 22 and 23.
He did have a 2-year contract. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. It still means nothing. Let's see what Derrick Henry is.
I think Henry has a large contract that would require some cap gymnastics by the Bills to make anything like that happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's guaranteed 10.5 for his base. Well, not guaranteed, but cap hit of 16.3. So not crazy, but
the only running back who's worth that in the league. But
yeah, I would agree with that.
Looking at you, Cook.
You don't think Ezekiel Elliott's worth that much money?
I
No,
don't think he's worth half of that money.
All right.
he wasn't
I say-
worth it before he got his contract and went
Yeah.
all crazy. So, yeah.
So why would the Bills want him though when they have Naheem Hines? Huh? Did you guys just forget about Naheem?
Naheem made the biggest plays in the playoffs.
Big enough
Kick
to
returns,
lose.
baby.
So
Who is
no, I don't
Naheem
know.
Hines?
I agree. I don't think Derrick Henry is the Bills is anything. I think his game just caters to the Titans too much though. I mean, because like you said, no one's gonna overpay for him. It's just I don't know. That one's not as juicy as this other rumor that we got though.
Do the Bills? Do they have a crap load of cap space or something? Because they're going to have to pay Josh Allen.
He's
thought
already
Josh Allen-
paid.
He's already
Oh,
paid.
he is. But okay, well, he's taking up a chunk of their cap. So then Derrick
Mhm.
Henry would come in. Stephon Diggs is there. I mean,
Yep. They're going
where's
to
all
pay
their money?
Gabe Davis at some point.
Yeah. So I mean, they must have money in cap, I guess.
Yeah, I have no idea with the NFL. It just seems like people can just make whatever moves they want. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Josh is already 17% of the cap. Diggs is right after him. Von Miller right after that. Tre'Davious White, Deion Dawkins. So they already got their left tackle and quarterback and wide receiver. They just need to, I don't know, but they do need those pieces like that. I personally don't think Derrick Henry is the answer for him, but like Clark said, if they want to spend way more money on a player like that, hey, I'll take it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If they take Derrick Henry and give him money, the rest of the team just has to make the league minimum.
Mhm.
Right.
Me personally, what I would do if it was my team, I would just draft my starter in the 7th round. But that's what I would do.
Yeah. Easy
Would
as
you?
that. No problem.
I mean, that's what
From Iowa State.
that's what the Niners did with their quarterback. It seemed to work out just fine.
Yeah. 7th round picks pan out all the time.
Yeah, they're definitely not just the bust that you take a complete guess on because it's a worthless pick.
Well, the next thing on the list here, Lamar, he wants all his money guaranteed. I mean, I don't know what to think about this. Like, he wants Deshaun Watson's contract basically, but he's better than Deshaun Watson. So if you look at it that way, like he should get it, but Deshaun Watson's way overpaid. I don't think Lamar is worth that either, though.
See, this is where this move pisses me off. I think I sent Joey a TikTok. Just because the Browns are an inept organization and they make a decision to make one player fully guaranteed, a rapist, sorry, I said player, but a sexual assaulter, they just give a fully guaranteed contract. That doesn't mean every single player from then on forth has to be guaranteed. I know that's what they want. But if this might be a 5D chess move by the Browns because they're so bad at their contract that they, in a roundabout way, fucked the Bengals and the Ravens by having to give out another stupid fucking contract like they did. That the Lamar wants fully guaranteed. Whatever poor sap of a team does that for him, your Browns 2.0. Just know that.
Mm-hmm. For me, the fault with giving him fully guaranteed is you should only do it for 5 years because his play style, you cannot give him a 10-year, 11-year guaranteed contract. That's just
Less
not going
than
to
that.
fucking work. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's got to be real short term. Like Clark said, 5 years is almost too much too. So, yeah, for me, I hope the Falcons give him all the guaranteed money. Like, bring him into Atlanta. Give me that baby all day.
For 5 years.
Browns
Yeah.
2.0, Atlanta.
Exactly.
So
they
the-
can't be worse.
So did the jersey on their website get you excited, Joey?
It did not. As soon as I saw the video, I saw that it was like a customizable one. Like that's pretty funny. I did get taken today in the Discord though, because they were looking for ideas for one of the articles on inthezone.studio. Yes, if you want to read any of our articles or blogs or anything, go to inthezone.studio. but they were looking for article ideas, and someone brought up Lamar to Atlanta, and I just got off the plane and saw that was the first thing that I had missed. I was like, "Oh shit, is that happening?" And that didn't happen, obviously.
So to me, the guaranteed money works two ways. And I feel like I heard Ian Rappaport talking about it today, as far as you can designate how much money is guaranteed in the case of an injury and how much money is guaranteed if he's healthy. So how is that guaranteed? Doesn't really make sense to me. But so they have a lot to decide as far as that is concerned. But yeah, the Browns just totally screwed the Ravens here because the Browns are in the Ravens division. Deshaun is not as accomplished as Lamar, nor is he as young as Lamar. And Lamar's looking at being like, well, he's worth that.
I mean,
I'm better than that. I need more than that.
Right.
Give me more. And I want it in the same fashion he got his. So, yeah.
Lamar is 27 masseuses behind Deshaun. He's going to have to catch up to get those rookie numbers of 0 up. But
well, he likes to keep it in the family, so
Jesus, gotta pump those numbers up.
I personally don't think you fully guarantee $50 million to a running back, but that's just me.
We just went over this with Derrick Henry. Come on, guys.
Which running back are you paying more, Derrick Henry or Lamar Jackson? Come on.
Yes.
The one that can throw.
I think Lamar is more successful in the running back game than Derrick Henry is.
Joey, do you want to put money down on who has a better passer rating in their career, Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry?
No.
Okay.
Derrick Henry's got that old jump pass down, man.
Yeah, I bet he's got like 5 touchdowns and is throwing like 100% right now.
Derrick, I'm going to look it up right now while you guys.
I know he's got at least one from the last year or two that I can recall.
Yeah, he's thrown a couple touchdowns.
So
I got Derrick Henry's number.
I feel like you have to have a minimum of like 100 attempted passes for this to even be negotiable.
Okay. Well, no, because
that wasn't the question, Clark.
Yeah. So, do anyone know what Lamar Jackson's career passer rating is?
90.
96.7. Anyone want to take a gander at what Derrick Henry's is?
112.
I was going to say 110.
You were low. 122.2.
Damn.
So sorry, Joey, by you saying the one that can throw better, I'm paying Derrick Henry $50 million, I guess.
All right. I'm all for the Vikings getting rid of Kirk Cousins and just bringing in Derrick Henry for playing quarterback. That kind of passer rating, league's over. Give us the Super Bowl trophy now.
I think the Titans would take that. Cousins and Cook for Derrick Henry, probably.
Joey's
I'd take
optimal, that. Joey's optimal offense would be Derrick Henry and shotgun with 10 linemen in some arrangement ahead of him. A couple fullbacks, one wide receiver out wide just for the illusion of being able to pass it.
No. This is probably a 3 tight end set. We're looking at Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I don't need a tight end, or I don't need a receiver, just 3 tight ends.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts, George Kittle, TJ Hawkinson, and then those 7 other linemen.
And Noah Fant just for good measure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh God. Kittle, Noah Fant, Derrick Henry. Can Drew Tate come out of retirement? Is he retired officially?
He's a quarterback's coach up in Canada, I believe. No, I think he's at Northern Iowa.
I was gonna say coached by the Colts legend tight end went to Iowa.
Dallas Clark.
Coached by Dallas Clark.
The man of Bode, Iowa. Whatever you want to call it, the most well-known man. Their tight ends coach would be Tony Moeaki.
Who's ironically still in a cast from his NFL season 10 years ago.
He broke his leg playing golf.
In the stands cheering would be CJ Federowicz. I'm just naming all Iowa tight ends, and Joey can't stand up right now because
CJ Federowicz is a good. It's hard to podcast with a raging boner, isn't it, Joey?
Yeah. Oh man.
Sam
Hold on,
Laporta's
there's
there.
there's no blood left in his brain right now.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to go watch some porn, and by porn I mean the 2002 Iowa highlight reel.
Oh yeah.
Is that when they got destroyed in the Orange Bowl?
Shut up.
Oh,
Don't watch that one.
well, I mean, and just like most porns, Joey doesn't make it all the way to the end anyway. So it doesn't matter how the season ends. He watched
Exactly.
the 12-0 start.
Yep. I see Matt Roth just make a couple sacks. And I'm like, oh yes,
Oh.
teabag.
Joey's like, Abdul Hodge. Who else have been on the team? Is Eddie Hinkle on that team?
Probably. They're
Okay.
all on there.
That was back in the day before I got smart, and I was a big Iowa fan, so I remember all the players from like way back in the O's for the most part.
You were an Iowa fan?
Oh, I played as Iowa on NCAA because I was like, well, what do I want to recruit and build
Right.
up Iowa State at this point? No, it's too much work.
Smart.
I'm going to be
man.
Notre Dame as well. Independent, I can schedule anyone. Yeah, that was the key of like when you can choose the ease of like, do you want the game to be harder? You know, like one shot kills and GoldenEye or something. Do you want to be easy Notre Dame or do you want to be hard UMass Minutemen? You know, there is a range.
Oh yeah. So when we did our like dynasty setup that we had in our apartment building, you had to start out with a C or below. So like our first year was like Middle Tennessee State, Nevada, fucking like Fresno State, and someone else. And yeah, then you could move on after you got recruited to go to other places to coach. And Bryant knows Dave. I don't know if anyone else does, but I had a roommate, Dave Culbertson, that he stuck with Middle Tennessee State for all 5 years that we did it. He ended up winning one national title. And I'm like, wow, good for you, man. The rest of us were like Miami, Notre Dame, Tennessee.
So whoever got Nevada got Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Who was riding the Fresno State Garrett Carr Devontae Adams roster?
That's probably Dave's brother, Reg.
Damn it, Reg.
Mhm.
Come on.
Yeah, I had Nevada, and I can't remember who Dylan had, but yeah, those are
Ran
the
the
four we
old
started
ran
with.
the old pistol back in the day at Nevada.
Hell yeah. Hell yes, we did.
Fuck yeah.
So do we have any more NFL rumors to go around here?
No,
I don't
not
have
that I
anything.
can really think of. I mean, just the typical, you know, now we're starting to hear about the draft and AR-15, Anthony Richardson should be number one is what everyone's saying, despite people with eyes seeing him play in college. I mean, I don't get that, but we got plenty of time to talk about draft rumors. So.
Yeah.
Combine's in a week, right?
It's this week.
Started
it?
this week
This
or this
weekend?
weekend?
I thought it was this week.
All right.
I guess we'll find out then.
Yeah, Tuesday. It starts tomorrow.
Woo,
Goes
baby.
goes through Monday.
Oh God, people think they're going to find the next Chad Greenway workout warrior.
Yeah, we're gonna, you know, by the end of this week, we're gonna have some quarterback from a mid-major just rocket up the draft board, and he'll probably go like number 2. Some guy
Yeah,
we've
who's going to
never
be
heard
the
of.
Trevor Penning? Can you believe this? This lineman blocked all of these Division II players so well. Yeah, because they're in Division II. But we'll see in a week when we're all complaining about why our guy isn't ranked higher than random guy that they found out of nowhere. So,
Is there any notable players coming from Iowa or Iowa State in this combine?
Yeah.
Will McDonald.
yeah, Will is going to be a workout warrior because he had terrible stats this year, but he has all the intangibles, has all year, but they double and triple teamed him all.
Yeah, I say he had terrible stats because he was getting triple teamed.
Yeah.
You talking about X?
Hutchinson, yeah, he'll be there too.
Sam Laporta in the going to be in the combine.
He sure is, but he's probably a second fiddle to Lucas Van Ness. That dude is shot up all kinds of boards. 275, 6'4", and has 6-pack abs and gets after the quarterback. Yeah. Anyone come from that Iowa defense.
Joey's really he's done some research on those photos of that 6-pack abs and whatever other intangibles he was talking about.
Research.
Yeah.
Are we
Just
going to have any wagers getting towards draft about a certain center being taken in the top 25 again.
That was a
Joey.
good bet last year.
And on the number.
Oh man.
I am basically Mel Kiper.
Okay.
So
Make
I
it-
found out my cousin. Well, I didn't find out that he was getting married, but my cousin is getting married later, and he found out that his bachelor party they're going to Kansas City for the draft. So I may have to scoot over there for a night and go to the draft with them and check that out. That should be fun.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. This I could probably just do some research, but why not just talk about it live on our pod here? Why is there only 31 picks in the first round? Who is the missing pick or what happened?
Did someone get punished for one? And
See,
get one
that's
taken
what I'm
away?
trying to figure out, and I've been trying to rack my brain and not just Google every. I have a bad habit recently of when I don't know something, instead of put some critical thinking into play, I just look it up, and that's a terrible habit to get into. Everyone, take a few seconds to think about it before you just research it. I did it on the Hogwarts Legacy game. Every little puzzle that took me more than 30 seconds, I just looked up the answer when I could have just looked it up here. So while I've been stalling, has anyone
I know what
figured
it
out?
is. It's
Here
the
we go.
Dolphins with the Stephen Ross stuff
Thank you.
and tampering with Brady.
Oh.
It's got to be that.
I knew if
I
I
forgot about
stalled
that.
and asked the question.
This year's round 1 will have 31 picks as the Dolphins were stripped of their selection for tampering violations.
Boom. Hell yes.
There are a few other teams who do not have first round picks.
hmm
4.
Including
Can you
four.
name them?
Probably the
Dolphins.
Broncos.
Wrong.
Did they give up all their picks for
Browns.
Russ Wilson?
I think they got some back because of the Chubb trade
Okay.
Browns?
from the Dolphins, I do believe.
hmm
Browns?
The Browns, yes. We have a team out west, Big Bridge,
Rams? Oh,
San Fran.
the Rams and the Niners, and then the New Orleans Saints.
I saw Minnesota only has 5 picks.
Yikes.
So they were going to be on my list if I had to guess another time.
Did the Rams get any picks back for the Jalen Ramsey trade that just happened? The Lions? I don't know if that list that you
I
just
thought
saw
that was
updated.
rumored. Did that happen?
Oh, see, this is me just talking about shit. I thought it actually happened.
Joey just making shit up, trying to get
Joey,
a hot take out
the
there.
things that you see on Discord are not happening. Those are rumors.
No, they're right.
Got to be 100%.
Yeah.
So Jalen Ramsey's been traded to the Lions, the Vikings, and the Colts, it looks like. So all 3
The
teams.
Lions. So
He's playing for all 3
did say he
teams this
wanted.
year?
Jalen
Yep.
Ramsey said he wanted to trade, but the Lions are not in his list of teams that he would be willing to be traded to.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is Jalen Ramsey as a player is like Matt Campbell a couple years ago as a coach. Just everyone was going to take him at that point, huh?
Pretty much.
Cool.
We can have a fight here in the West Virginia Iowa State game.
I
don't know.
probably. Iowa
Jess
State
Coons just
actually
got
has a-
knocked right in the nose.
Iowa State has a lead
Oh.
here. Let's see how fast they can.
And that
lose it.
was intentional too. There's no way that's not intentional.
What are these bucket hats that these kids are wearing nowadays? Is that a new
It's because
thing?
it's cool as shit, Joey.
Bucket hat gang on the golf course. Clark and I know.
Oh yeah.
So
I used to have a-
I think you guys should wear visors.
no.
That leaves a big area prone to sunburn, and skin cancer is a real thing. Joey, use your
I know.
sunscreen and protect yourself with bucket hats.
Well, we just talked about a lot of NFL rumors, but do you know what isn't a rumor? Bryant, he saw Cocaine Bear. Not a rumor.
Joey, did you go see Cocaine Bear?
We didn't make it over there. It got too late, so we didn't make it Saturday. Sorry.
So Saturday, go to, eloquently named Cocaine Bear. And before I actually get to the review, I put this on Facebook. I walked out of so I go to the late showings, as we've talked about. We laugh about how I fall asleep at times. Did not fall asleep in this movie. I'm walking out at 12:30 at night from Cocaine Bear. Let's remember what the name of this Cocaine Bear. A mother, a father, and 2 kids, 4th and 5th grade, but walking out of that movie theater. I go, what kind of parents take that young of kid to Cocaine Bear. Now, lucky for them, there was a family-oriented part of the story, so it did kind of work out here. But Cocaine Bear, you get what you pay for. This is not Citizen Kane. This is not have the amazing visuals of Avatar: The Way of Water. It's not going to change it visually. We're not talking about the frames per second and how it looks underwater. This is about a bear who eats a lot of cocaine. He goes on coke rages, then cools down, has more cocaine, more coke rage. That's all it is. And it has a lot of actors that you go, I remember them from this other movie, and then their leg gets bit off and they get thrown around because this bear's on cocaine. And then you get to the part where it's like, hey, isn't that the gay dad from Modern Family? And then you see him climb up a tree, and then he's covered in cocaine, and the bear smells the cocaine, runs up there, rips his leg off, throws him around. I mean, it was just that about 5 times in a row. This was the swan song for Ray Liotta, as we all know, Goodfellas. Every other gangster movie, he's in that. Rest in Peace was his final movie before he passed away. So Ray Liotta's in this for a little bit. All that said, though, man, I mean, I have easily been to worse movies for the $8 that I've spent. If you're looking for a movie you do not have to think about that you want to laugh at, I would recommend going and seeing it, man. It was definitely worth it. This was also Elizabeth Banks' directorial. Sounds like rectal. Directorial debut. I don't know. I thought it was all right. Again, I would give it out of 10. You know, for knowing what it is, an 8 or 9. Because on a scale of this is a dumb movie about a bear doing cocaine. If this was like overall all movies combined, 5.5, 6. You know, it's one of those B-rated movies that you know is going to be so bad that it's good, except it's actually good. So,
I like the thing that you sent us, and you just kind of hit the nail on the head with this too. It's like, if you know what the word cocaine is and the word bear is, you know what this movie's about.
Yeah. So that guy is like famous for doing the IKEA TikToks where he makes fun of Karens going like, well, you just lost yourself a customer. Good. I don't make a profit here, ma'am. I'm a minimum wage employee. He like plays a ambulance like assistant or something in there. But like he had the best like he was getting Edgar Wright, who's a very like well-known director and beloved. Like he was like, this is the best promotion you could ever have for this movie. You know, specifically a guy making a TikTok a meme about how this movie is a whole meme, you know. But I don't know. There's a couple kid actors. I thought they did pretty well. And like I said, it was a bunch of kind of like actors like you recognize their faces. You couldn't name their names if you had a gun to your head. But I don't know. I thought they did pretty damn well.
Then they recognize the actor and they got their an appendage ripped off.
Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second because I need to. It's one of the new rappers. He made a rap specifically for this movie. So
Wrecked
and also
him, damn near killed him.
I'm a
Marvel
nerd, and it was kind of nice going to a movie that you don't have to sit through the whole goddamn end credits for to see the preview for the next thing. It's Cocaine Bear. They show a little bit of a scene of a guy like I don't want to spoil it, but there are 2 end credit scenes, but they do it right at the beginning because they know, hey, I'm not going to waste 10 minutes of people's time watching. No one watches the credits; they're just getting on their phone right after the movie, you know. So,
well, lucky for you. Well, I shouldn't say lucky for you. There is a cinema less than 5 minutes away from me where I'm staying this week. So, if I can catch some time this week, I may have to go. There's a 6:45 and a 9:15 showing.
Dude, I would definitely go. Like I said, I just gave it an 8 out of a 10 on IMDb.
It's all of a sudden going to be in IMDb's top 250.
Hell yes.
But it is.
I thought it got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes opening day.
Yeah, dude. It is, like I said, it's a dark comedy. It is made. Let's see. Opening weekend, it made $28 million. It actually made more than Ant-Man on its second weekend. Which, if you're Marvel, you got to be pretty fucking pissed. A bear doing cocaine made more than this CGI fest of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And you're paying how much for all these actors? You got Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, Paul Rudd, Johnny Majors. and then you lose to a movie about a bear doing cocaine. That just can't happen.
It's just nice to have just a fun movie or something to go see nowadays, because nothing else in the world is real fun at all except for this podcast. So yeah, listen to us and watch Cocaine Bear, and then your life will be better.
And you tell us which one is better.
Cocaine Heartland.
I'd be willing to take one for the team and use that as a write-off and just do Cocaine Heartland.
There you go. Jesus Christ.
So nobody else saw it, Clark. You didn't go check it out?
No.
Yeah, I think you know the answer. I was not going to either. So we can hit Mando next. Who watched that? I did not.
Nobody's watched it yet, Trent.
Oh, not coming out yet.
It premieres Wednesday.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. On the
March 1st.
So by the time you listen to this pod, tomorrow.
Yes.
It'll be on. I imagine it will be the headline for Movie Minute next week. So,
Man,
go watch
Pedro
it.
Pascal
tune
is
in.
just on a fucking run right now. He's having a moment, baby.
He's a handsome dude. What do you expect? I mean, and all right, can I say one negative thing about Mandalorian that's always bothered me? Because there's so many good things about it. It was just like episode 1, he's a Mandalorian. You'll never see his face. I'm like, gee, I wonder what's going to happen at the end of this season. Shows his face at the end. All right, never again. Mandalorians never show their face. Oh, Baby Yoda's saying goodbye. Well, got to show his face one more time. It's like, you don't pay Pedro Pascal that much and don't show that handsome mug. Just quit saying that you're not going to show his face because it's
Right.
Mandalorian. Just he's going to show that handsome mug off, you know?
I
Yeah.
mean, it's why he was kicked out of the orders, because he took his helmet off, Bryant. Jeez.
I thought it was because he was too handsome. They say, we're a bunch of uggos underneath this mask. You don't get to be handsome as shit.
So,
If
yeah.
I was Pedro Pascal, I would never not be showing my face in whatever the hell I was doing.
Right.
The Mandalorian season 3 premiering on Wednesday. Do we know what's happening here? I do believe Baby Yoda has officially joined up with Mando and is just along for the ride at this point. Mando's going to go do his thing now, which is try to take back Mandalore.
I believe so because they previewed a bunch of Mandalorians in all the previews. Different. Oh, this one's purple. Oh, this one's white with the blue outline. It's just a bunch of Mandos now.
Sweet.
Also,
Didn't they have one of those episodes last year too, when they were like trying to rob the ship or something like that?
Yeah,
bunch of
she was significant. She came from the animated series.
That's right.
Can't remember her name.
So it's a bunch of females, Joy, but they're called Womandalorians.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Also, I just started laughing here because we're talking about it because Baby Yoda had to come back because they gave him a possession and basically choose the Jedi way of giving away all possessions, or choose you get to have your little vest that he made from chain link or whatever, and you have to give your lightsaber back. I just imagine young Luke now has his full-grown lightsaber and a little pocket knife lightsaber. Like, you know, he uses that thing as like a steak knife. Little Baby Yoda's little. He just, God, this Tauntaun is a little too tough.
Oh, hell yeah.
He just puts in his little holster.
Now
like-
that's all I can think about. That's all I want is a little steak knife.
Baby
lightsaber.
Yoda steak knife.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, he's got those tiny hands. He can't be wielding the full thing. It would look like the milkman's son. He couldn't hold on to a real lightsaber. You get that reference?
All I could, yes.
If none of you don't know what the milkman's son is, I'll explain off air. Right.
Then how will our fans know, Bryant?
Hit us up at Heartland Pulse.
Bryant will DM you personally from the account.
what I personally think what it means to be the milkman's son. But yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know everything about the Star Wars lore. I'm excited. It's great. There's more Mandalorians, more impenetrable armor, more gunfights, more. They're just going to keep building. Now he's got a faster ship. I bet you it breaks down on a planet inconveniently, and they have an adventure. That's going to be episode 4. No. It's always later. It's going to be episode like 6 or 7 because they're about to get to their final goal, and then it's inconvenienced on Ice World or something. I got that formulaic Star Wars brain up in here.
So, I've never watched these. I don't need to. Brian will just tell me what happens in the episode for next week.
Yeah,
Right.
Episode 9 will have a little action, but it'll set us up. The prenuptial episode will set us up for big action. Episode 10, it's going to jump right into the action. Fucking,
Yep.
I'm here for it, dude.
Well, has everybody watched Last of Us episode from last night? Are we all caught up? All 4 here?
Yep.
I'm not, but
We're
go
good
ahead.
to talk about. Are you sure?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, the mall was pretty freaking cool.
Agreed.
I mean, they made malls look cool again. Nobody goes to a mall anymore. That was pretty sweet. So that being said, if you have been watching the show, you know what happens in the mall. We finally see how Emma gets bit.
Yep.
And
Ellie.
we see that Ellie, not Emma, Ellie gets bit. And then, Joel's not dead, as we all figured.
He's not doing too good right now, though.
This
Yeah,
episode's a
yeah.
flashback to before episode 1.
Correct. Yes. But yeah, I like at the end, and she's just sewing him up with a rusty needle and some thread.
Yeah, give me that
Yeah,
tendinitis, I guess, compared to it wasn't all rusty. It was stored away in a nice little cabinet.
For 20 years.
Yeah, it just got a little dust on it. Like a little N64 game. She blew off the dust. It was fine.
Yeah.
Got a little dust on the bottle.
Yeah. But yeah, so I thought it was a good episode. I mean, it showed why that Ellie was kind of, going to be shipped off to the Fireflies or whatever. And well, because she got bit, she couldn't go back to what she was doing before. So I thought it was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was. I thought it was kind of nice. It's you kind of remember, like, as much as we're watching them, work through everything out in the cold and through Kansas City and everything else. This is a kid. I know.
Mhm.
I'll be honest. She looks a little older in my opinion, but like she's supposed to be playing like a 17-year-old.
13 or 14, sorry.
14. Okay, so yeah,
Yep.
so she really looks old, to be honest. But regardless, she's supposed to be 14-year-old, and I think we all forget that until you get to the mall, and it's like it was funny seeing her going electric stairs, and yeah, she's never seen a fucking escalator before, or she was so young, she, well, she wouldn't have. She wasn't alive at that point, but just seeing her have that like childlike wonder of this whole mall lighting up and the classic photo booth and everything else, and kids just being kids for the first time in their actual lives compared to being in isolation, running in the gym, not having outside time because oops, you might get killed by fungi people, or a clicker. So
Spending a whole bucket of quarters on Mortal Kombat 2.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, she made a good choice being Melina too. I support that choice.
Yeah.
But I I thought it was I personally enjoyed it. And it was kind of one of those I guess they never explained it. I guess maybe purposely. I just forgot. The Storm Reed, the Firefly, she didn't die in the episode, right? She just got bit. The other one, Ellie got bit, and they're going through different parts because I think with I apologize, I do not remember her name, but she's already accepted the fact she's probably going to die being a Firefly, and she's dealing with bombs, and she's already, Ellie's going through the 5 stages already. She's going through not the acceptance, the anger. She's going through pounding everything, and the other one is just kind of like solemnly like, I've accepted this at this point. I knew what I was getting into joining the Firefly. She's already been in this mentality a couple weeks, and then Ellie is just kind of going through it. But my point is, they didn't show her die, right?
No.
Right.
but she's supposedly locked up in the mall. Like that's where they put him and
Well,
barricade him.
yeah.
But then they said, I can't remember how they put it. It's not blocked off or something. Like, why wouldn't it be blocked off if they weren't? And I can't remember how they put it,
but my point is, I think we didn't show her because it's like, who did you kill before? Where this was so easy, like 4 episodes, and she goes, I don't want to talk about it.
yeah,
I think she kills Storm Reed. I think they're going to be going through the, let's do the romantic thing. Let's try and die together, and then she realizes she's not transforming, and Reed does, and in an instinct to save her own life, kills her. That's my personal guess on what happens in the next couple episodes to explain it. Because, like, why else would she not want to explain how she got her first kill other than if it was her first love, I guess, if you will.
yeah. I never thought of it that way. That they stay in the mall and
Yeah, and then it gets immediately toward just being a surgeon, right?
yeah,
Right.
Question.
I did
Go
not
ahead,
like this episode. I thought it was weirdly paced. I thought it was boring and just did not like the episode. I thought it was the weakest one of the season so far. I love all the points that they touched on, but for me, the things that brought it down were the amount of time they spent in the mall. Like, just show me, how everything happens, because we know what happens in the mall already. Show me how that happens. I think there was too many stops along the way. They got into fighting about politics too much, about which side they were, happier with, or which side was better for the world and everything, blah, blah, blah. And then also they were making a fuck ton of noise. And that creeper or the clicker or whatever just randomly wakes up after, like, they're making loud music in the Mortal Kombat game. Like, that never made sense to me. So I didn't like the episode. I thought that they touched on points. I wish they would have done more moving the story on with Joel and spent like half the episode with that. But that's
a coworker and I were talking about it at work today, and kind of the same thing. They're like, the mall could have been 15 minutes,
right?
But instead, it was all 45 minutes. Pretty much,
right?
I think you need to have it a little longer. I think it was. If how long was the episode? 45 minutes, an hour? Do
45
we know?
probably.
45. Yeah. I mean, they spent a good 35 of it in the mall. Yeah. You could have cut that down to probably 25 to 30, but I think you need that full time to show the full amount of that relationship, the conflicting feelings Ellie has. I think you have to have that in there. But I kind of agree. It was one of those where, like, I'll get it. Hey, we're being goofy. Look at us. We're doing the Charleston with the Wolverine mask on. But, like, that could have been cut. That 1.5, 2 minute sequence could have been 20 seconds.
Right.
And then, there was definitely a lot more fluff to it. But yeah, this might just be me being old curmudgeon, or maybe just small town Iowa. Is everyone gay now? I just like like the whole time I'm like, they're gonna kiss. You can just see the look in her eye, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't. This is sound wrong, but every show, man, it's always a conflicting, surprise.
Even in this show, we've seen 2
Bill and Frank
relationships, and they've both been gay relationships.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just one of those, like you said. But again, by knowing that, you do have to take that full time, I think, in the mall to build to that. But then just like, hey, look how nice this gay relationship is, and they're dead. It just, that seems so homophobic. We build up to care about these gay people, then you kill them off. That's bullshit, man.
Right.
That's just every episode now. Like, oh, I'm beginning to like this character. Gone. Yes.
Trent, do not watch Game of Thrones. I'll just tell you that, man.
Yeah. Never seen any of it. So
I saw this comment the other day. Game of Thrones wasn't Game of Thrones until they cut Ned's head off, right?
Correct.
It was kind of like, man, this is the kind of a show. And then they cut Sean Bean, Ned Stark's head off. You go, oh, this is a show now. Like that's what it kind of felt like.
Wasn't that like episode 1?
No,
9, I think.
Episode 9
It was
of
early.
season 1.
Yeah, because
It
I
was-
mean,
It was
early
early.
on it was really good writing and dialogue and acting, and then they finally get to the action. Whereas later it was a lot more actions than good writing, in my opinion.
I just started my yearly rewatch of Game of Thrones and actually just got past that. So one of Rochelle's friends is starting it, and we're trying to talk. And the reason she's starting it is because she loves Pedro Pascal and was like trying to find other shows that he's in. So I'm like, well, you should really watch Game of Thrones. You could only watch season 4 if you wanted, but
Yeah,
I would recommend all.
You should tell her that his storyline is mind blowing, though.
That's a good one. I like that.
I figured eye popping.
Yeah, eye popping, mind blowing. I mean,
Fuck. I can't think of anything else.
yeah, no, I'm just
work.
imagining, because I remember how, like, that's why you don't. I watching the episode, I try to never be cocky in anything in life, because I do not want to be tripped up and then eyes gouged out and then I squeezed on her head like this. I don't want that to happen to me in real life. Whatever the equivalent in whatever sport or video game I'm playing, I do not want that to happen.
So that's why Bryant always stays so humble.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
exactly.
why I just sit back until I win, and then I talk all the shit. I've been an Iowa State fan my whole life. I was a Pedro Pascal fan in Game of Thrones. We know not to talk shit until the end result.
Love it.
Anybody got anything else to add to Last of Us?
It is going to 10 episodes, right?
I think 9. I think there's only 2 more left.
Only 2 more left.
Yeah.
So I've read some about, if you watch the actual or played the actual video game, you know more about it. But it's not, obviously, I mean, I think this next episode is going to be him. We're going to be, I would assume, a few months down the road, and him healing up on it. And it sounds like whatever camp or however you want to say it, like there's going to be the major battle episode in episode 9.
Hell yes. Give me that. Yeah, I kind of overheard a spoiler of what happens at the end of this because of what happens at the end of the first game, and I'm like, man, I really wish I wouldn't have heard that because
Yeah, well, don't ruin it for me.
I'm not
Say
going to say
Joey.
I'm not going to, but I was like, man, this is why I don't like spoilers, and then I stupidly kept it on the podcast that I was listening to and listened through the spoilers. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, dude.
How do these people know? Like, where can I go to watch these episodes early? I want to.
Well, it's based
They
100%
played the
on
game.
the video game.
I know,
Yeah.
but the episode's got to be out there.
Go
Can I-
get
can I
yourself
go-
a PlayStation and
Can I go-
play The Last of Us.
Can I go pirate those? Like,
You'll be
even if
done
the
with
episode
game.
last night, I'm like, I gotta wait another week.
You'll be all caught up and know exactly what's going to happen next week within like probably the next 3 years when you finish.
Yeah. Still working on Red Dead 2.
Jesus.
Well, I wouldn't say
Well,
I'm working on it. I just never finished it. So.
I mean, he's got TB now, don't you? You made it to Saint Denis.
He doesn't have. Well, yes, I made it to Saint Denis, but he doesn't have TV yet. Like I can tell, like his stamina's getting a little not great, and he's coughing
Yeah.
a little bit, and yeah. Well, Katrina
Easy.
played through it. I knew he's sick.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I still just couldn't get over on Red Dead how they made ball graphics on the horse. I mean, like you can make all the like, hey, look at the sun glimmer off this puddle here. Oh, realistic, horse like galloping and stuff like that. Why'd you have to make the balls jiggle? I do not need to see that at all.
Bryant, did you know if you ride them up in the mountains when it's snowing, they shrivel up?
Yeah, they go in.
Oh my.
That's what mine were
And-
all last week.
But,
Inside.
but since it was all gamers that created the games, they actually they could not find the horse's clitoris. They could not make it in the game because it's not real. So
They had to be pointed in the right direction.
yeah.
Is they Clit Horus? Clit Horus?
Oh Jesus!
terrible.
Horses.
Yep.
Oh, before we derail, let's get the
And that's Red Dead Redemption 2 talk. All right, well, let's get the hell out of here. Wrap this thing up.
Hell yeah!
Thanks for following along. We do appreciate it. And again, give us something to talk about. Jump in the chat with us. We like to respond to that. Go to Twitter, vote on our poll.
Yep.
Bush Light's the correct answer. But anyway, how can people get a hold of us, Joey?
Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Heartland Pulse. Search Pulse of the Heartland on Facebook and YouTube. And then every Monday, sometimes Wednesdays and Thursdays, we're live on YouTube. And then you can also find all of our blogs and stuff on inthezone.studio.
All right. Thanks for joining. We'll see y'all Thursday. Maybe Wednesday. Don't know yet.
Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
Wednesday.
announce on socials.
Wednesday it is.